accepting the flight. Because you have made the Lord your refuge, the Most High your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, no scourge come near your tent. Psalm 91, verses 9 and 10. We are living in the midst of a refugee crisis. Around the world, thousands of men, women, and children are fleeing their homes to save their lives. Their flight is not about luxury, but safety. Driven to desperation, these families will do anything and go almost anywhere to keep themselves alive. The pursuit of life in a new land is not a naive one. Those who are forced to leave understand that there are no guarantees on the other side. Yet the intensity of suffering that would come with staying leaves them little choice. They either stay with the guarantee of trouble or go with the possibility of peace. Although we may not be personally familiar with this experience, our faith compels us to understand this complex reality. To say that God is our refuge implies that we are refugees in some way. Without minimizing the trauma of this flight, it can be said that we all have things, places, and even people from which we have to flee in order to save our lives. In these times, the truth of God as refuge comes alive. God is our dwelling, and in God's presence we experience protection from danger. This does not mean that we are exempt from trouble. On the contrary, many would argue that being a believer invites tremendous amounts of suffering and trouble. Yet when faced with the guarantee of trouble outside of God's presence, or the assurance of peace within God's presence, we would rather find refuge in the Lord, even if it costs us our lives. From what or whom must you flee in order to experience the safety of God's presence today? God yearns to be our refuge, and all are welcomed in. Lord, we pray for your covering and protection for refugees around the world. May our solidarity with them remind us of our status in this world until you come for us again.